r/AskReddit. What's something that people think makes them look cool but actually has the opposite effect? When people play their music loud at the gas pumps. I recently saw a woman leave her toddler in the car with the crappy music blasting to the point that it was uncomfortable and unpleasant for everyone else pumping gas while she went into the store. Felt bad for that child. Having a phone conversation on a loudspeaker in public, or blasting shitty music from a cheap oversaturated BT speaker on public transport. We get it. Negative attention is also attention, but taking over a public space with your edginess is just being an asshole. My parents have recently discovered speakerphone and refuse to believe there is such a thing as speakerphone etiquette. I'll be talking to them and all of a sudden I'll hear, "So do we know what we want to order?" And I realize they've been holding this entire conversation on speakerphone in a restaurant surrounded by people trying to enjoy their dinner. Kids bragging about their parents' wealth and success. There was a guy my best friend dated in high school who had very wealthy lawyers as parents, and he scoffed at me and my friends for having part-time, minimum wage jobs. He said, verbatim, "Nothing is worth doing if it pays less than $50 an hour." That's what my parents make, and that was the moment I realized there really are people that are that out of touch from reality. Edit. Man, this was like 8 years ago. And many are debating about lawyers and how much they make an hour. All I know is this kid thought his time was worth $50 HR at the age of 16 with no experience and said his parents made that much. I check what they actually made. And $50 HR is a lot for me, my friends, because we all come from low-income, working-class families. His parents were extremely wealthy, and probably made way over $50 HR. I just remember that's what the kid said to us. Woman shrugging. One-upping and putting other people down to make yourself look good. Rife in white-collar jobs. I despise people who do it. God, that's my oldest brother. I love him to death, but that guy won't let you get happy about anything you have. Most recent thing that he did. My husband and I took our kids to Croatia to visit family. We stayed for 2 months. My husband and kids have gone more often, but the last time I took a real vacation, and went there, was in 2009. Of course I was ecstatic, and started sending pictures to the family chat since we landed in Madrid for a layover. Everybody was happy and commenting on the pictures. Everybody but my brother. His comments were only about when he and his wife went, or posting his own pictures, which we all saw, we all talked about, and that it happened like 5 years ago. I hate people like that, man. Shitting on things other people like. We all have stuff we don't like, but if you spend all your time putting down everything a person is interested in, you don't look cool or edgy. You look like a dick with no interests. Shitting on things other people like, and often it's preceded by the question, am I the only person, as though the dislike makes them special. Please stop blasting your music in places where people cannot escape it. I see your earbuds in your pocket. Please. Salvation. Or having a phone call with your speaker on so everyone has to hear your conversation. I'm not sure if this is just an Australian thing, but people who rev their cars' motorbikes really loud, and it's usually quite late at night while most people are trying to sleep. Guess it's a thing worldwide. Really nice parkas. People think they look cool, but they actually keep them warm. This made me actually chuckle. Never admitting when you're wrong. It may seem like a confidence power play. However, most people just don't care enough about you to say anything or indicate that they noticed. They'll just slowly drift away from you till one day you're all alone wondering why no one with any level of competence wants to hang out work with you, and all you'll have left to do is run for public office. Edit. My first, and second, 6. Gilding. So kind. Thank you all. Remember to vote, everyone. Even in local elections. Hating all genres of music except the one they like. I learned this the hard way by only liking heavy metal and shitting on all other music without giving a chance as a teen. Metal's still my favorite, but all genres have good music. Honestly, I've seen far more elitism in the metal community than any other music genre I've been involved in. It's a shame because metalheads are usually some of the most chill, open-minded people you could find, until you start talking about music. Being into zodiac signs and using them as an excuse for any of their unlikable behavior. I don't put much stock in horoscopes, because I'm a Scorpio and we're naturally skeptical. My husband just got his hair cut into a fucking mullet, so there's that. Edit. Whoa. This blew up, lol. Sorry babe. And thanks to the kind strangers for the silver and gold. He really likes it. I am not quite a fan, but if it makes him happy I will keep my complaints semi-anonymous and on Reddit. If he drives a 70s Trans Am, your husband is just badass. Weed. It's fun and all, but it's not a goddamn personality. That attitude itself literally kept me off drugs as a kid, lol. As all my friends started smoking pot, it became the only thing they ever talked about, and being a pothead consumed their identity. I found it lame and off-putting, so I never got into it beyond trying it. I have nothing against weed. Enjoy it all you want. But seriously, it's not a personality. Same goes for some craft beer fans who literally never have anything to talk about except beer, and I say this as someone who works in the industry and loves craft beer. A lot of Redditors seem to think that stolen witty one-liners make them look like the patron gods of debate and reason. The next time I see someone say I came for a battle of wits but it seems you came unarmed, unironically I will set their house on fire and then myself. A lot of people on here in 2010 to 2012 used to unironically say stuff like I like the cut of your jib sir and you are a gentleman and a scholar. I tip my hat to you. This website is so insane. Edit. The narwhal bacons at midnight, fellow Redditors. I unironically like wearing fingerless gloves. For actual tasks. Not just out and about. When people ask me why I wear them, I tell them it's because I'm so cool. I'm not exactly certain how uncool they make me, but I know it's a lot. I like the fingerless gloves with finger flaps. Straight up fingerless means my fingertips die a little, but I still want to be able to do finger activities inside without taking my gloves off. I've been into the import tuner scene for close to 20 years at this point. Now this was more a style of the time, say 15 years ago. Backwards upside down visor hats. WTF? Why was that a thing? It'd make more sense to walk around with an onion tied to your belt. They think so fast their brain needs a spoiler. Elitism. It's fucking stupid to attack someone who enjoys a hobby only just because doesn't put his life on it. Oh, you hate elitism? Name 3 elitists. Grown women who use baby talk to other adults in normal conversation. No, you are not cute or cool or whatever the hell you think you are. Weirdo. You would hate Korea. When babies get excited about walking. Real fkin cool baby. I can walk too. Yeah. Smug little bastards. Being assholes without a reason. I really hate that this is me. From a young age I've always been an asshole to pretty much all of my friends, and now as I'm getting older I'm realizing how much of an asshole I am, and I really hate it, and a lot of the time I really try to stop, but it's become so much of a habit that it's really hard. I know that it could be adolescence and I've always struggled with dealing with my emotions. I compress them a lot and let them all out at once and become a complete mess. Especially anger, because I lash out at things almost instantaneously. I really hate it and I'm aware of it, it's just really hard to stop. Edit. Thank you everyone so much for all the support. His sounds so cringy, but thank you so much, it has genuinely made me feel quite happy. How much they can drink before passing out. Woman. Or a woman. Fucking applause to you. Great achievement. I'm glad that I get drunk fast because it saves me money. Bragging about not reading. Bro. People do that? I was trying to explain to someone why I gave up coffee. I was addicted and I had started to suffer from insomnia. If I went too long, maybe like an hour or two, without one, I would begin to shake and migraines would set in. Basically just normal effects of overdoing caffeine. She asked me how many I was having, and basically tried to turn it into this competition of, oh, I drink more coffee than you. OMG, I am so quirky and sleep deprived, haha. Stop turning bad habits and other people's issues into a competition of how badly you treat your body. It doesn't make you cool. Edit. Thank you for gold. I work in a coffee shop. So many customers love to weirdly brag about how much coffee they drink in a day and how badly they need caffeine to function. Haha, yeah, throw an extra shot in there for me, that's nothing. I can drink 5 of those in a day. You wouldn't believe how much caffeine I take. Haha, yeah, that's not cool or anything, Karen, you have a legitimate problem. People who say things like I'm just an asshole. No, you lack the emotional maturity to deal with others and use nastiness as a defense. It's not cool as a trait. Try be nice. Edit. Thank you for the gold and silver. AHH yes. Or I'm a bitch. Deal with it. People who come out with life lessons and quotes. They think they are so profound and deep, but I think they come off as big-headed and stupid. It's never your successful friends posting inspirational quotes on Facebook. Bragging about how smart you are to other people. Really surprised I didn't see this one. Edit. Thank you all for the laughs in the replies. Some of your stories about people who are so smart have made my day. Also, poor Trump. One of my exes is a self-proclaimed genius. He was stumped on a word once and I suggested reciprocated, and he got super excited and started talking about how proud he was of me, saying, "Wow, you helped me with the word? I am so proud of you," in what was close to baby talk. Easily one of the most condescending ways anyone has acted towards me, haha. Having a side chick girl guy, especially in some Instagram comedy cringe sketches where it's relatable jokes. No, it's not funny or cool to cheat on your significant other. You're trash. Edit. This is not about polyamorous people or polygamous relationships. This is about affairs and thinking it's cool to lie to your SO. It has nothing to do with polygamy or polyamory, as they are valid and can be healthy. But cheating and violating your partner's trust cannot. These things should not be aligned in any way and are completely different. Edit 2. How is this getting so twisted? The point is literally cheating is bad. How is that so polarizing? I thought this said sidekick and I thought that would be hella cool to have a sidekick. Boasting about having psychiatric issues. Edit. To clarify, bragging about self-diagnosed ones, or pretending to have mental issues. People literally brag about their depression like they're talking about their phone new features like, well, my depressions comes with self-hatred and no motivation. Judging random people and making fun of the less fortunate. No, you're not cool. You're a douche. I used to be really self-conscious because I never quite fit in. So, I would preemptively judge other people just by looking at them. So if they didn't like me, I didn't care. Of course, I never said anything out loud, just had all these shitty thoughts in my head about people. When I hit around 17, I started realizing how ridiculous a mean I was being to help myself feel better. So, I started making a point to pick out things I noticed about people that I like. Now I can't stop. Anytime my boyfriend and I go out, I always end up pointing things out. Just little things. His shoes are really cool. That lipstick looks really pretty on her. It's a small thing, but it helps me feel like I'm still on track to being a better person. When you try to play it cool by not immediately answering the texts of someone you're interested in, just makes you look disinterested. Edit. Spelling Ann. Obviously, I'm not talking about you, specifically, with your very specific reason for not being able to answer. I'm talking about people who do this intentionally. Okay, I used to not get this, but when you text someone and they take 30 minutes to respond, it always feels weird responding 10 seconds later. Edit. Most people seem to agree that it's not something we do because we think we are cool, but rather we don't want to look like we were sitting there waiting for a response. But some of the funniest responses are those of you who have ascended because you don't get anxious about texting people. I'm sure the number one way you can tell someone is incredibly mature is if they brag about it to random people on the internet. The most surefire way to not look cool is to do something that you think makes you look cool. Edit. To everyone asking what about flips and skateboard tricks? Yes, they are very cool. Certainly an exception. The whole idea of being cool means you don't care what others think. The more you care, the less cool you are. The motherfucking 5th graders on my bus yelling about Fortnite at 6 in the morning. Edit. People took motherfucking the wrong way because I put a space. Hey, so I has this every morning on my commute and I had enough one day and told them this: it's great that you're excited about something, but we all would like it if you kept it down. Especially since it's so early in the morning. It worked. For reference, I am a 5'2" lady. Give it a go and report back, friend. For me, it's wearing ridiculously expensive shoes clothing, especially when I know you really can't afford it. I like quality apparel as much as the next person, but there's a point where $350 sneakers are just ridiculous. I had a friend that thought I was crazy for buying a $1,500 TV. I told her, last year you spent $800 on a necklace that I have seen you wear twice. I use my TV every day. When people post their weed on Snapchat, but my weed man posts his weed on Snapchat. Thanks for watching, boys and girls. Tell me your story in the comments. Make sure to subscribe for future giveaways.